Bonjour à tous et bienvenue dans Ride Up Mag, votre émission hebdomadaire entièrement consacrée à l'actualité des sports extrêmes.
Depuis 6 ans, Jeremy Jones parcourt le monde à la recherche des montagnes les plus impressionnantes. Le natif de Cape Cod, dans le Massachusetts, possède déjà 10 titres du Big Mountain Rider of the Year. Fanatique de glisse depuis le plus jeune âge, il est considéré comme l'un des pionniers dans l'évolution du snowboard. Depuis son retrait des compétitions de snowboard justement il y a 20 ans, Jeremy Jones s'est consacré pleinement à la réalisation de films. Il a commencé par un premier, intitulé Deeper, sorti en 2010, pour ensuite enchaîner avec un deuxième, Further, qui fait son apparition en 2012. Et pour finir, il clôture son aventure par le film Ailleurs. Ce projet, qui a nécessité plus de 6 ans de travail, est donc bel et bien terminé aujourd'hui. Mais Jeremy Jones ne compte pas s'arrêter là. Il a déjà d'autres projets en tête, notamment le film de Travis Rice, un snowboarder qui le fascine.
Next year, I plans to work with Travis Rice on his next film, and you know, from there we'll see. I mean, it's funny as you know, with these last 3 films, it seems like I had this like 6-year plan, but it was really present moment, meaning I'd get done with one film, didn't think I would, you know, wasn't sure if I'd do another one, and kind of just get the urge to go somewhere, and slowly over time, you know, we got through 3 films that way of like not thinking that far ahead and just listening to my gut and what's inspiring me. What can I say about Travis Rice is just a really amazing down-to-earth person, and someone that probably the most exciting person I've ever been with in the mountains, meaning when he drops into a line, I'm watching and I have no idea what he's gonna do, and I'm scared, and it's just, he continues to blow me away with his snowboarding, and I feel like, you know, when I watch him ride, it's I'm watching like history in the making.
Mais revenons au film Ailleurs pour ce dernier volet produit par Teton Gravity Research et supporté par O'Neill. Jeremy Jones a dû faire des choix. Beaucoup de facteurs entrent en jeu pour réaliser des films de ce calibre. Il faut s'entourer des meilleurs, car les conditions peuvent parfois être ardues, surtout en montagne.
I mean, the main thing is just surrounding myself with the best people I can find that have a positive attitude, that are gonna work really hard, because it's a gift, and it takes a lot to get that opportunity, and to find people that are really skilled and are gonna give everything they have into that project is how I do it. Making a film, there's so many difficulties at all phases, from the finding the money to make the film. Once we do get into the mountains, to capture high-end snowboarding on these serious mountains, so many pieces have to line up, from just a snowboard perspective, and then from a camera perspective, of getting the cameraman in the right spot, dropping in at the right time of day, having the cameras working. And then once you've shot a good film, editing the film is maybe the biggest challenge of them all. And with Higher, we just, instead of say having like 4 months to cut the film, we started way earlier and had 14 months. And I think that that's really helped the film.
Pour Ailleurs, Jeremy Jones nous fait découvrir plusieurs continents, en commençant par les États-Unis, sur la chaîne Sierra Mountains, en Californie, où il a raidé le mont Timlin, le Grand Teton National Park en Alaska, et pour finir, il s'est rendu au Népal pour défier le Shangri-La, sommet qui trône aux côtés du célèbre mont Everest.
Leaving my family, going to these crazy mountains is It's definitely a hard part of what I do, but it's kind of that's the life I know and the life that I live.
Ce qui fait la particularité de Jeremy Jones, qui œuvre pour l'environnement et qui a reçu le prix Adventurer of the Year en 2012, c'est son côté aventurier justement. Le snowboarder américain n'est pas déposé en hélicoptère en haut des sommets comme la plupart des riders, il préfère les monter lui-même. Il épuise beaucoup de force dans la montée, ce qui rend la descente encore plus dangereuse. Il doit donc se ménager pendant son ascension afin de pouvoir descendre sans trop de difficultés.
When I am climbing these mountains and snowboarding back down is that on the way up, I give myself a lot of time and try and never get tired. Instead of say something that I could maybe climb in say 5 hours going fast, I'll give myself 7 or 8 hours and go really slow so that I still have strong legs for the way down.
Le plus impressionnant dans ailleurs, c'est son dernier road trip au Népal. Jeremy Jones a en effet défié le Shangri-La, un sommet qu'aucun snowboarder n'avait ridé auparavant. L'ascension de cette montagne, qui se trouve juste à côté du mont Everest, reste l'un des meilleurs souvenirs pour lui. Malgré le manque d'oxygène et une adaptation difficile à l'altitude, il a tout de même réussi ce challenge complètement fou. Mais lors de ce ride, chose incroyable, il s'est retrouvé pris dans une avalanche.
In the sense of like it wasn't this big scary avalanche, it was really a slough, and so I learned some stuff on that run. I learned that I need to stop more. Up until that point, I thought that I could ride the whole face in one motion, which I did in the middle of an avalanche. But I was actually I was like out of breath when that happened, and so I just learned from it and felt like I could go back up there the next day and not make the same mistake twice. In Nepal, it was about 10 hours, I think, but it took, I think on like 4 weeks into the trip was when we got to go to the summit, and that was about as fast as we could do it, getting acclimatized. In Nepal, the snowboarding was really technical, and I wanted to be able to go up there multiple times. So to do that, I had to spend an extra amount of time to get really comfortable with the altitude, which I actually never got comfortable with the altitude, or never felt really that strong in Nepal, but and I kind of felt like I got weaker each time I went up to altitude, but it's all a learning process. To climb to the summit was like a 8 to 10 hour climb, but again, going really slow and taking big breaks along the way. So just stretching it out, so trying to give myself like as much energy as I had for the descent.
Vous l'aurez compris, pour réaliser ces prouesses, il faut beaucoup d'entraînement.
How I train is just, most of the training is spending a ton of time in the mountains, long days, whether it's biking in the summer, rock climbing, hiking. In the winter, lots and lots of days of splitboarding. And I'd say that's the guts of it, is just climbing other mountains, and lots of them. Point is, knowledge in the mountain is the biggest barrier, more so than fitness.
Et malgré ses 39 ans, ses nombreuses prises de risques, Jeremy Jones ne compte pas arrêter le snowboard.
Well, I can tell you there's no way I'm stopping snowboarding at no point. My goal has always been to snowboard as much as possible, and I'm as hooked on it as I've ever been. And I don't, I have plans to do some other movie type stuff, but I don't need to go out and snowboard in front of a camera to get fulfilled as a snowboarder. And most of my snowboarding is not in front of cameras these days, and I really enjoy that and look forward to when I'm not riding in front of cameras.